Learning does not always mean memorizing the information, and it definitely does not mean watching another 100 videos about the thing you want to learn. Learning means noticing the gap, feeling the gap, trying to fill it, getting it wrong, getting feedback, and then understanding what actually happened. Because the deeper part of the learning is not the information itself, it is the understanding of the process underneath the information. You are not learning just to know more, you are learning so you can see patterns, understand problems, and eventually turn what you know into something useful, something that can solve problems, something that can improve your life, something that can help someone else. The problem is not your ability to learn, the problem is the way you have trained your attention. Your brain is a goal oriented system. It always tries to move toward something, but you have made that system extremely distracted. You have made yourself unconscious and unaccountable. You sit down to write, your phone rings, you immediately check it. You were about to focus on something important, but you react before you even think. The flow is broken before it even starts. This used to happen to me, and I did not understand why I could not stay with something. Then I realized something uncomfortable. My distractions were stronger than my goals. For me, the goal existed, the desire existed, but the commitment was not strong enough. So I had to make the commitment stronger than the sudden urge to escape. I had to create a reason to stay when I did not feel like staying. And this applies to you too. There are levels of priority. You cannot achieve a goal if the goal has less priority than your distractions. You cannot build your body if skipping the workout has a higher priority than training. You cannot build a business if constantly looking for another opportunity has a higher priority than improving the one you already have. You already know this, but knowing is not enough. Your mind has to register the feedback. Every time you move away from your goal, there needs to be something that bring back your attention. That is why you need a system that converts feedback into action. You have a goal, but you don't have a path. Maybe you want to learn a skill. Maybe you want to become a better writer. Maybe you want to build a business. Maybe you want to understand a subject deeply. The problem is that saying, I want to learn this is still vague. You have the destination, but you don't have the next break. So you ask, how do I create the path? This is where I use what I call reductionism. Reductionism, understand the smallest unit. Take the thing you want to understand and break it down. Don't try to understand the entire subject at once. Find the smallest meaningful unit. Understand it, question it, practice it, explain it in your own words. Then move to the next unit. You expand your understanding by adding one piece to another. Instead of trying to conquer the entire mountain in your head, you start climbing one section at a time. This changes the way you learn because now you are not just consuming the information, you are building comprehension. And the comprehension is different from recognition. You can recognize an idea because you have seen it 100 times. It does not mean you understand it. You understand something when you can work with it, when you can explain it, when you can apply it, when you can see where it breaks, when you can use it to solve something. That is where specific knowledge begins. You take general information and transform it through your own experience into something you actually understand, and that understanding becomes specific to you. Action creates feedback, and this is why you cannot only learn through information. If you keep watching videos about writing but never write, you have not really entered the learning loop. If you watching business content but never build something, you have not really entered the learning loop. If you keep watching fitness content but never train, you have not really entered the learning loop. Information only can give you an idea. Action gives you evidence. Evidence gives you feedback. Feedback gives you better judgment. And better judgment changes your next action. That is learning. Information, action, feedback, judgment, better action. The more you repeat that loop, the more deeply something becomes part of you. You stop relying on someone else's explanation. You start having your own experience. Holistic thinking connect what you already know. But there is another side. Once you understand the smaller pieces, you need to zoom out. You need to ask, how does this connect to everything else I already know? This is where holistic thinking comes in. You take the small units you understand and start looking for relationships between them. Maybe something you learn about psychology connects with writing. Something about writing connects with business. Something about business connects with human behavior. Something about human behavior connects with your own experience. Now you are no longer learning isolated facts. You are building a mental model. You are seeing the connections between different areas of knowledge. And this is where your thinking becomes broader. You can look at the same problem through multiple lenses. You can recognize the patterns that are invisible when you study something separately. This is the beginning of what I call the polymath's approach to learning. Not having much information, but understanding different things enough to recognize how they connect. And you cannot do this properly without understanding the smaller pieces first. You need reductionism before you can truly use the holistic thinking. First, go deep, then zoom out. First, understand the parts, then understand the system. First, build a specific knowledge, then connect that knowledge into a larger framework. This is how you build your own perspective. Because the modern world does not have a shortage of information, it has a shortage of people who can do something meaningful with information. You don't need to know everything. You need to understand something deeply enough that you can see it differently. You need to take what already exists, understand it at the smallest level, connect it to what you already know, test it through experience, and eventually represent it in your own way. That is how you develop a perspective. That is how you stop being only consumer of knowledge. You become someone who can think with it, and eventually someone who can create with it. So when you want to learn something, do not ask only what should I watch? Ask what is the smallest thing I need to understand? Then how can I practice it? Then what feedback did I get? Then what does this connect to? And finally, what can I create from what I now understand? That is the difference between consuming the knowledge and actually learning. Reductionism helps you understand, action gives you experience, feedback improves your judgment, holistic thinking connects the pieces, and over time those pieces becomes your specific knowledge, your own specific perspective to solve your problems, to solve other people's problems. You don't just know more, but you know how to create systems that solve the complex problems.